just spent the last half hour of my life making a video, and then YouTube decided to delete it all. It's probably for the best. I was just talking about old times, and it was just really depressing. No one would probably want to hear it. Ugh. To recap, if you watched yesterday's video, you know that my night was shit, and I woke up feeling like shit, and so pissed because, against my own will, I dreamt about him all night. I finally went to sleep around 5:30 in the morning, didn't wake up until about 2, did not wake up once, and I woke up, remember, vividly, just dreaming about him the entire freaking night. Which that wasn't helping anybody. And now, God, I talked to my friend afterwards, I called her, and that helped a lot, but still, I'm just so freaking pissed all the time. I'm pissed off that this happened. I'm pissed off that it's still happening, you know? And I can be sad all the time, and I can't help it. And it's fine, and I'm on my way to getting over it, but what is astounding is just how angry I am. And everything with this guy, I actually take the blame for. I think he picked a really shitty time to do this to me, and I feel like he could at least explain to me why he's not talking to me even anymore. But other than that, like, I completely blame myself, and I apologize for it. I'm clingy, I'm possessive, I'm just one of those psycho people. And I realized that, I apologized for it, and still nothing. He lives an hour away from me, and the friend that I saw last night just randomly told me that she saw him in town the other day, like last week. Like, okay, thanks, you just nearly killed me, but I guess thanks for the update. And please don't let it be true. Oh God, please don't let it be true, because if it's true and he didn't even try and contact me at all, he knows where I live. But I guess that's life, right? You just gotta have to deal with this kind of stuff. God, I sound so pathetic. It's like, does anybody have a violin I can borrow? Originally I was supposed to work at 6, so technically I'm supposed to be there right now, but then my manager called and she said don't come in until 8. So I'm going to take a very long shower, and hopefully that'll make myself feel better. God, today is one of those memory days where I literally can do nothing but think about how happy I used to be, and then comparing it to the way I am now and being like super pissed off that I don't have that anymore, and now I'm miserable and great. Why did this have to happen to me at the exact, like, at all? But Jesus, one would have been hard enough. It's like, hey, your mom died. Okay, that's really shitty. Okay. Hey, the guy that you've been in love with consistently for 2 years, who you've seen every single day for 2 years, who you gave your entire heart and soul over to, who you moved in with, who your life revolved around, he's moving. He didn't invite you to go with him, and then plus he's also going to stop talking to you, even though you guys didn't have a fight. The last thing he said to you was, I'll see you later, which I'm still waiting for the later. Equally bad things. Maybe not equally bad, but like really bad things. They literally happened at the exact same time. I was announced that he was moving. He told me, actually, he told his mother that it was happening while I was in the room. He didn't even tell me. He just kind of brought it up like you bring up the weather. Like, oh, hey, I think I felt a couple raindrops an hour ago. And, while he was packing, Grandma got sent to the hospital. He moved 2 days later. She died. I was shipped to Minnesota. He wouldn't talk to me. The next week, I came home. He talked to me for 3 days and then back to no talking to me. What kind of bullshit is that? Like, why does that happen? I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to vent to strangers. That's exactly what I'm doing, but I'm so angry. I'm so angry because I was so happy. I waited so long to be happy. And I mean, that sounds like such bullshit, but God, it's true. I waited so long to be happy. Spent 19 and, well, 2 weeks before I turned 20, being miserable, watching my friends have relationships, telling myself it's going to be okay. One day you'll have your day. One day you'll meet somebody and you'll fall in love with him, and then you'll have fun. Because I never had fun. I mean, I had fun. I don't mean to say that because I feel my grandma just frowning down at me. But, like, I was very sheltered. I wasn't allowed to do anything. And then I met this guy, and just all of that just flew out the window. I was suddenly allowed to do stuff. And I did stuff. Every day I did stuff. And it wasn't just him. I had friends that I met at the work. I met him at my work. I met our friends. We had mutual friends. We all hung out as a group. When they weren't available, we hung out by ourselves. Every day. Freaking IHOP, parks. We went hiking. Who the heck hikes? Like, just on a whim. Sitting in his living room watching Transformers. It's like, oh, it was a pretty day. Let's go hiking. Swimming. So much swimming. We went to the lake. He actually cut himself, not on purpose. While we were at the lake, he had to get 8 stitches. I drove him to the hospital. Isn't that supposed to be some kind of bonding moment? Hey, you're hurt. Allow me to take you to the hospital. I don't want you to die. And he didn't die. I'm very pleased to announce. He didn't die because I drove the idiot to the hospital, even though he didn't want to go to the hospital. I really, really need to punch something. I'm not an aggressive person. Just at all. I'm one of those, like, peace hippie types. What happened? I sit and just wonder every day. What happened? Why did it happen? I don't think I'm a necessarily bad person. I'm definitely not a good one. But I mean, I'm good to people. I'm a good friend, I hear, you know? And there are so many people out there that have it like, oh God, so much worse than me, and I don't know how you handle it. But I've been sitting in this house for 3 months, going from being completely blissed out, so happy, couldn't get more happy, and living with this guy that I'm in love with and thinking I'm going to spend the rest of my life with him, having my best friend just right there all the time, having a really great job, really easy, loved my job, did stuff every single day, had the time of my life. Life was an actual adventure, then to just freaking out of nowhere. Well, he's gone now. Well, your mom's gone now. Well, everyone that you're friends with, they're going off to college like 4 or 5 hours away. Sorry. Work kind of sucks now because everyone just suddenly quit that you liked, and now they're only hiring 15 and 16-year-old little brats that complain only about things that don't matter. I sit in this room every day by myself with my dad and grandpa in the next room doing nothing. We just all do a big bunch of nothing. And so what do I do while I'm doing nothing? I sit and I think about how my life used to be and how much I miss it. And I try desperately to figure out what in the hell I did wrong to deserve this. My life could be 1,000 times worse. I understand that. But it's definitely not a good life right now. You know, I'm not trying to vent and say, you know, no one has it worse than me. People definitely have it worse than me. I have probably no right in the world to complain. But I'm going to. I'm going to complain because I have never been this miserable. I have never been this hurt or angry. Oh my God, I have never been this angry. I have never been this lonely. I am so lonely. And I miss my grandma. I do, but I still feel her with me. You know, I really do. I feel her with me. I can hear her talking to me sometimes. Not like in an actual literal way, but like if I do something stupid, I can almost hear her commenting on it, you know? But with this guy, I cannot get over it. It wasn't a run-of-the-mill, you know, oh, I have a crush on you, I think you're cute. No, I never liked him, you know? I knew him for over a year. I saw him almost every day, almost over a year. Before anything happened with him. God, he was always so weird. We were friends, we talked, but like, it wasn't a typical, like, oh, we walk in the rain slowly towards each other and we have our first kiss and I tell him I've always had a crush on him. And no, he came over to my house. I was having a party and he just suddenly announced to people that he liked me, and I was thrown off. He had just broken up with one of my not good friends. She was okay. We worked together. And she was at the freaking party. And I just looked at her like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that just happened to you. That freaking sucks. And then she just kept blabbing on about how the breakup was mutual, and she did not like him like that. They broke it off because they just realized they didn't like each other. And about a week went by, and he just came over to my house, and we talked. Oh my god, we talked right there. I'm staring at the spot where I sat. He sat right here, and we talked for 4 hours about nothing. And I realized then, just like, oh shit, I like him a lot. I wish that had never happened. I wish he hadn't come over that night. I wish he hadn't given me my first kiss. I wish I hadn't fallen in love with him months after that. Because I don't know how I'm going to get over this. And what makes it worse is I don't think it's over. That's what makes it worse. I think one day he's going to come back and miraculously somehow we're going to fix it. Deep down, I don't think that's going to happen, but I have this like little sliver of hope that just maybe. And as long as that's alive, I will not be able to move on. I will not be able to get over this. I will not be able to stop thinking about him. I've never gone this long without talking to him. He's absolutely my everything, you know? It's like going... I'm not gonna even say that. That sounds way too cheesy. Okay, I'll say it. I don't know if I'll say it. It's like going a month and a half without talking to yourself, you know? Like, without having a conscience. Oh, I really shouldn't have said that. That does sound way over the top. I don't know. I apologize. I guess I just needed to vent about it. And today just has been the suckiest day. I'm so pissed that I dreamed about him last night. I'm so pissed that happened. I'm having a hard enough time. I'm trying very hard to forget about him. I'm trying very hard to move on. I'm trying very hard to be positive and to be happy and to get my life in order, but some days like today, I just don't want to. I don't want to be strong. I don't want to have to be the bigger person. I don't want to get my life in order. All I want is my old life, and I can't have that. And so I'm angry. I have to go take a shower. I need to get ready for work. I need to stop this because this is just stupid. But if any of you are listening, I guess thanks for listening, and I'm really sorry that you had to go through all that. If I don't film anymore tonight, then I'll see you guys tomorrow.